Let's queer up sports. NBA Hall of Famer and former Miami resident Dwyane Wade on how his trans daughter made him an LGBTQ plus ally.
Wade says he's also learning a lot from his children. He shares a blended family with his wife. Actress Gabrielle Union, Wade's daughter Zaya, came out as transgender in 2020. Since then, Wade and Union have been vocal advocates for LGBTQ plus rights. How important is it for that to be a part of your legacy?
I didn't set out for it to be. It's important for me to support my daughter. And in the middle of doing that, I've become an ally to a community that I didn't know a lot about, that I've had to get educated, about. I said to my daughter all the time, I'm so thankful that I'm your father. I've learned so much about love.
Over the weekend, former Miami Heat star Dwyane Wade was welcomed into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. Wade's daughter, Zaya, posted on Instagram, quote, "My dad is a Hall of Famer. I've never been so proud in my life to know someone as kind, loving, and accepting as he is. He is one of my best friends. I love you, Dad." End quote. Wade and his wife, actress Gabrielle Union, moved out of Florida in 2021. They have cited moving somewhere with a supportive community for their transgender daughter was a big part of the move. During his acceptance speech at the Hall of Fame, Wade spoke about his family saying, quote, "To my loved ones, the ones who have become my lifeline, y'all are my safe haven, a place where I can always retreat to with minimum fear of judgment. I've laughed with you, I've been saved by you, I'm protected by you, and I'm loved by you. I am who I am because of all of you. You're the embodiment of unconditional love, and that's all I ever wanted and needed. That's all I ever wanted to show in return." End quote. Okay, I love this guy. First of all, right, we're going to note that the lesbian got the sports store. But I do.
Do you think I know anything about sports?
That's true. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, I love him. I always have, especially when his daughter came out and hit the news, and it was just nothing but support from him and his wife and the whole family. And I'm sorry that he left Florida because he's a Miami native, I believe. See, I know a little bit about sports
he's
now.
from Chicagoland.
Oh, bummer. I thought he was from Miami.
But he played here for the vast majority of his career.
Yeah.
He played for the Heat
I heard
for most
he
of
was
his
from
life.
the 305. But anyway, that doesn't matter. But I do love his shirt, too, in that interview. Did you like that shirt? He's got fashion sense.
Yeah. He always, but look at his wife. Even if he didn't before that marriage, she's going to.
She has not aged a single day.
They're beautiful people. Though.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, beautiful people, and really for a sports figure,
Yeah, big too.
for quite a few years now, he has been out front and center in support of his children.
Yeah.
It's, for me, it's like the most amazing, beautiful thing, courageous thing to see, right? Because it's very, very easy to just hate someone that you don't understand. And it's very, very easy to just, take that really low road and make judgments about people just because someone told you something that was incorrect. He mentioned that he took the time, he had to get educated, he had to find out what is going on. And he decided, hey, I'm going to protect my child. And he and his wife, this is about him, but he and his wife have really been beyond allies. They've really been the kind of example that other parents need to see. Other parents that aren't sure what's going on, and maybe they can't leave the state that they're in to move to a more supportive community, and they're stuck living on that conservative road, and they don't know what to do. He's a really, really great example of how you stand up for your child, and you love them unconditionally. Because when it comes down to it, it's all about unconditional love anyway.
I remember when this all started, for lack of a better term, no pun intended, but when this started coming out a few years ago, I was working in a newsroom, and a couple of days before the story really broke, we started hearing rumblings. Like there was something big coming up. People from inside his world were starting to sort of like soften the ground a little bit, so we kind of knew what was coming. And I remember thinking, this is going to be incredibly ugly or incredibly beautiful. And it turned out to be incredibly beautiful. Just the way he has embraced Zaya. I mean, being in Pride parades. I think they were in Miami Beach's Pride parade a couple of times. And you've got D. Wade and Zaya and Gabby sitting there on the float. I mean, just beaming with pride. And I have no doubt that, as Zaya's Instagram post said, I am so, she is proud of her parents, and her parents are so incredibly proud. So she is so lucky. And we are very lucky to have him as an ally, especially here in Florida, because he's still beloved. It's always going to be Wade County for diehards.
Right, but we have to also give we have to notice that without those spaces, without prides being safe places, then there's nowhere for him to get on the float, right? And it's taken society in general. I'm thinking back to when Magic Johnson came out, because I'm from that generation, and said that he had HIV. There was nowhere to find support. They tried to destroy this poor man, and to his credit, he didn't get destroyed by it. Dwyane Wade, it's been different for him because society's been different, because there's a lot more good people in the world than bad people. The bad ones are loud as hell, but there's a lot more good people than bad. And we do have these safe places, and we do have communities now where people can ask questions, find community, right? And find a way forward. And so it's like, let's not forget that a lot of people suffered so that we could have a Miami Beach Pride, so that we could have a Pride in general, right? We've been fighting for those safe spaces for a reason, right? And he's a great example of, when he needed somewhere to go, he knew where to go.
He had a platform.
And everybody was there waiting for him with open arms to go, what do you need from us? We need to get on a float. Okay, we'll get you on a float. We'll get you on a float. What do you need? You in journalism, what do you need? I need an article. Here you go. We'll write an article about it, right? We'll do what we can to make it better for the next person coming behind us. So I think all around a fantastic story.
Absolutely. Zaya.
Wonderful.
Zaya and Gabby and D. Wade, we appreciate you and we thank you very much.
Come on, Happening Out TV.
Yeah, come on down. I have this chair.
Yes.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show, brought to you from Happening Out Television Network. We operate in the same model of PBS and NPR, but for the LGBTQ+ community. We educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of our LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching us on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the story going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.